So hopefully it's going to be a lot faster. You were right. Well, I made a mistake. Guys, I'm Clint from Southern Minnesota TV. Do you guys like slow mini bikes? I don't either. And this thing here is just straight up slow. There's nothing else to say. It is slow. I want to, spice up the engine a little bit. So stick around to see that. And then we're going to be fixing this problem. These poor seat designs that only are held on by one bolt and stuff. So, and then also, we're going to be testing the before and after 0 to 30 and top speed, because I feel like I'm going to be making it a lot faster in this video with these engine upgrades. Here's the new seat that I want to put on it. I want to fab up some mounts, and this is held on by 3 bolts instead of the other way around where it's just one bolt and the bolt is coming out of the seat. You put a nut on it. This, you actually screw the bolts into the seat. A lot better design. So yeah, this is from GoPowersports.com. Right there, mini bike seat, Go Power Sports. This is a Hot 265 cam from Go Power Sports. Hot 265. And then we also got from Go Power Sports a Stage 2 stock appearing carburetor. So hopefully it's going to be a lot faster with both this and aftermarket carburetor. Now I know this ain't no VM22 or any other slide style carburetor, but I really wanted to see how these things do, how much better they are than just the stock carburetor. Yeah, I've put slide style carburetors on engines before and make a huge difference. But I want to see what the Stage 2 does. They also do a Stage 3, so that's even better than this. But I can't afford that. I'm too cheap. All 3 of these items will be linked in the description below. Let's go see if this thing can even go up to 30 miles an hour and then test 0 to 30 and top speed. 0 to 30 time before. Took us a whole 12.5 seconds. That's how slow this thing is. All right, second attempt, 0 to 30. Seconds that time. Now top speed run. All right, as you guys could tell, it was extremely slow. The 0 to 30 is so slow. First of all, because of the mini bike, but then also because I weigh 220 pounds. So that kind of makes that slow in that aspect. But now I'm going to be removing the engine from the mini bike so I can easier work on it. And then also I'm not welding, like fabbing up the new seat on top of an engine. So I figured I better just take the engine off. It'll make it a lot easier and a lot safer. So I'm going to remove the engine, the chain, the throttle, set the engine on the bench and we can start tearing that apart. Got it off the mini bike, doesn't take very long. Now that I have this nice handy electric ratchet. I know it's DeWalt. A lot of you guys might be thinking Milwaukee or Snap-on, but this is a whole lot cheaper than Milwaukee. And I can't imagine how much cheaper it is than Snap-on. And it works just fine. I like it a lot. Now I'll probably work on taking the torque converter off this thing. This clutch, it's got a bearing on it, so I don't know if that's better or worse than the normal ones, but it's been working good so far. Well, I made a mistake. I took this ugly big plastic thing off because I don't like it. I wanted to put this red one on, but I wanted to switch the internals that were from this one to this one. And well, here's the spring and it just didn't go good. I couldn't get it to work at all. So now I have this other one off of a different engine. So now that engine doesn't have a pull start, but I'll just put this one on there, I guess. It doesn't look too good, but it'll probably be like that. And we'll throw a Go Power Sports sticker in the middle. So that's what I did. Yeah, probably should have just kept this how it was, but too late now. So I'm gonna actually remove the whole head, even though I don't need to do that to put the cam in the engine. But I want to put a different head gasket on it, since in a previous video I put a thin head gasket in it to make more power, more compression. And ever since I did that, the engine has squeaked really bad, like a squealing. It was really bad, and it doesn't feel like it's making maximum power. And you would think it wouldn't be if it's letting air out of the gasket. So yeah, I want to put a better gasket on there. Probably will be a thicker gasket again. Sure enough, whoever commented this in one of my previous videos, that the head gasket was the thing making it squeal like it was, you are 100% true. Or 100% right, I guess I should say. You were right. I did not put it on there like this, but right away, first time I started it up, it squealed. And I'll bet that's why. By looking at the combustion chamber, the piston and everything, I'd say it's running lean, and I guessed that already. I didn't want to mess with it. I just bought a new carburetor, so that should maybe fix that, maybe. Now to drain the oil and take the side cover off and swap out the cams. So this is a 210cc engine, and if any of you guys are wondering what size bore one of those has, $70 millimeter bore. Camshaft comparison. Hot 265 cam, stock cam. Now, what I really want to do is take this tool again and measure the lift. See how much more lift the 265 has than this cam. This cam, the stock one. This is the exhaust valve. 27.92, 28.2725. Both should be the same. 28.3. That's the intake for the Hot 265. And then the stock one, 27.9. So the Hot 265 has about half a millimeter more lift. And when you really think about it, that's quite a bit more for these little engines. And also, a little bit more on the cam is a lot more on the valve because of the leverage on the rocker arm. I think, anyway, if my thinking is correct. So should be making quite a bit more power with this 265. Let's throw it in there. All right, it is time to install the cam. So I'll make sure both the lifters are in there. And then I'll take the Hot 265 cam. First, make sure I don't have any of the old gasket in the crankcase. It's usually not good. Okay. Now I'm gonna move this timing mark to where the camshaft would be. There's a dot on the camshaft, and you have to get those dots lined up, just like that. 2 dots are lined up. And so the cam is installed. Now I just gotta put a bunch of RTV on the side cover and slap that on. Now, being that the bolts aren't fully tight, I'm gonna let them dry for a little bit. Let the gasket maker, the RTV, dry for a little bit before torquing them down to 17 foot-pounds, I believe. So while I'm waiting for that, I can probably start putting on the head and everything. And believe it or not, in my parts container, I found another thin gasket. So we'll try this one this time. Or should I just put the thicker one on to be safe, because I know that one works? Let's go with the thick one just because I don't want it to squeal again. I want to fix that leak. So now I've adjusted the valve lash on both of these to 0.003, and if the 4 fits, then you have it too big. So this has to fit, and this can't fit. And that's what I have here. So the valves and everything is ready to go. I can throw the valve cover on, and that'll be done. Then I think the last thing we gotta do is throw the carburetor on, and then this will, you know, the engine will be done for this build. Still gotta do the seat yet. I'm sick of this sticker. It says power washer, but this is actually a mini bike engine now. So I'm gonna take it off. And now, instead of putting this old cracked off air filter on there, I've got a brand new one looking all new and beautiful. So this thing's really gonna look good. I've got a mini Biking Ain't Easy sticker on the other side of the gas tank there from Go Power Sports. That's where the sticker came from. It used to be like that, but I cut the mini bike off. Just put mini Biking Ain't Easy like that. So I think it's gonna look a lot better and it's gonna perform a lot better. For oil in this cammed out engine, I'm gonna be running some 10W40 full synthetic, and then also a touch of ZDP supplement, zinc, for the cam, to protect the cam, so I can put that in a different engine when this one blows up. Because I do plan on this engine blowing up eventually. So the seat was really easy. I didn't have to do hardly any welding at all. The two back bolts fit nice and good under the original seat brace there. And then instead of here, it's here through the tubing. It's actually a carburetor stud from like a Predator 212. I cut that in half and welded a nut onto it, so it's not very nice, but that works. And it goes up into the seat and it holds it solid. So, I mean, I think I'm gonna take it back off and I'm gonna throw some paint on it, especially down here where the power washer got a little bit aggressive. And then we'll throw the engine on and we'll see how much quicker we made it. Just like that, all I have to do left is splice the kill switch wire. Those two wires go together. And then it's ready to drive. The engine's all bolted down, the throttle cable's hooked up. Everything's done. So, getting closer to riding this thing with the hot 265 can. All right, first start. See if it runs. I'll try choke off first. Turning choke on. Runs good. I had to turn the idle down a little bit, and the kill switch works. So I think we're ready to test how fast it is. With the hot 265 cam. That mini bike is fast now. For my 220-pound body, the average of 7.0 for 0 to 30, when it used to be 12.8, is a world of difference. Those are the average numbers for the second and first and maybe third attempt. And then top speed, 37.1 to 41.8. That's a lot faster. That is nearly 5 miles an hour faster. And then, yeah, look at this. I think a lot of that time was just the head gasket. Head gasket was so bad in that thing. Yeah, and then you also add the cam and that stage 2 carburetor on top there. And you got a 7.0. The best, I think, was actually a 6.8. But yeah, it averaged to 7. So it is fast, and it does way better wheelies now. If you like this mini bike, or if you like mini bikes and go-karts in general, you might like my channel. So subscribe, comment if you have any questions or anything to, comment about.
Never used to do that. I just push the throttle in it if I put my feet back in wheelies. Hill climb path, probably a 20-foot hill, really steep.
See you next time on Southern Minnesota TV.